All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my movie review for Army of the Dead. Alright, in this review will contain some spoilers for the movie. I'll try not to give too much away, but we are going to go through the plot and everything and mostly what happens, but I'll keep, in terms of who survives and who doesn't, sort of out of the video, because Army of the Dead just hit this weekend. You can watch it on Netflix if you haven't seen it yet. Some theaters, which are open, that is, depending on where you live, are carrying it, so you can watch it in theaters if your local theaters are open. Mine here are not, so luckily we can go ahead and watch this via streaming, via Netflix. It is really, really cool. So I had been anticipating this movie for quite a while. As you guys know, we've given our thoughts on some of the details surrounding it, and it's pretty awesome. So I'm a big fan of Zack Snyder. Really enjoyed Man of Steel, and with respect to this movie here, also enjoyed his remake of Dawn of the Dead, which I thought was really well done and a lot of fun. Sort of a fast zombie style of movie, and definitely a worthwhile remake of the original Dawn of the Dead. So in this one, we get to see Army of the Dead, basically, the premise of the movie is this. Las Vegas has fallen. It has become a zombie apocalypse, zombie territory. And we have a group of kind of like mercenaries led by Batista, led by Scott Ward. Scott Ward is the character played by Batista. And basically, he is presented by Bly Tanaka, played by Hiroyuki Sanada, to go into Las Vegas and to do what is basically a heist. Now, this didn't make sense to me at first because usually in a zombie apocalypse, money will not really have much value, but particularly in this universe, what has happened is there is a military transport that is going through or nearby Las Vegas. And then you have a couple which are kind of just married, so they get married in Vegas type of idea. And they start having a little bit too much fun in the car when they're driving. And so they accidentally veer off and hit this military transport, which is transporting something so top secret they don't even know what it is they're moving, right? I need to know basis. So you have this accident, and it is kind of revealed at the beginning of the movie that it was carrying a zombie, but not just a regular zombie, but what we see in this movie are basically alpha zombies, or the maybe your patient zero or your lead alpha zombie. Now, he basically is maybe like a fast zombie, but smarter, right? So he's retained his intelligence mostly from being a human being, and he seems to be a bit enhanced. So he's a bit faster than regular people would be, stronger, this kind of thing. So he's a super zombie, is pretty much what it is. So now how this works in this movie is that you have different types of zombies. We even get to see a zombie horse and a zombie tiger, one of Siegfried and Roy's tigers that becomes zombified, which is really really fun. Basically, you have your old school zombies, so there's some of those too, which just kind of roam around and kind of do their usual kind of deal. And then you get this kind of closer in terms of bloodline from the bite to the original alpha zombie. So whoever he bites sort of becomes more similar to him, becomes like an alpha zombie like him, which is like more intelligent and like I said, can dodge and do all kinds of crazy maneuvers, and is just all around more intelligent overall than the other kind of dumb zombies, which are sort of, it seems like to me, are kind of offshoots. So once maybe one of the other ones bites somebody else, I take it, they become like a regular zombie. So that's kind of the zombie side of things. It's really awesome to see. And there's a couple really cool fight scenes, like where Scott Batista is, I think it's in the trailer, was fighting one of these kind of alpha zombies closer to the original Patient Zero, and he's kind of swiping at him, and the zombie sort of ducks underneath or goes underneath the blade. So it's really fun to see. You have like your alpha zombie. He even has like a queen, kind of what I think of as like a shrieker zombie that you can see in the trailers for the movie. She kind of like goes on top of things and she screams real loud, and then the others kind of come. So there's kind of an organization around kind of the king zombie, or the Patient Zero zombie as the main alpha lead, and then the ones. So there's a pecking order in the zombie territory, right? So and to go through, they have to give like an offering to this king zombie to be able to pass. So they kind of talk to one of these security guards and going with him, and they kind of shoot him and leave him as an offering to the queen, the shrieker zombie, and the others as an offer up so they can get safe passage. And so the zombie stuff is really cool. Valentine, goddamn zombie tiger, that's crossing the line. So what is maybe one of the highlights of this movie for me is just how aware the team that made this one is with the zombie kind of culture. It feels like it's almost like if I made a zombie apocalypse movie, like this is what it would be like. It has some awesome theme music in it. You've got Cranberries' Zombie to kind of finish the movie out. You've got Bad Moon Rising, sort of another version of Bad Moon Rising in it, which is awesome, which was the theme for the Walking Dead around season 4 time frame. They used Bad Moon Rising. It was like 4 to 5, somewhere around there. They used Bad Moon Rising as one of their theme songs. So that's in here, just done kind of a different way. The intro's very cool. Just all around, it's a lot of fun. It's got some comedy mixed in, some action mixed in. It's pretty exciting, and the zombies are new. They're different. So very cool with that as well too. And then the cast of our survivors is pretty cool too. Getting to see Batista in this one. This is the first movie I've seen him as a lead in the movie. I did cover an article that basically he said he tried to get on Walking Dead for years. They would never take him. He sticks out too much, right? Like maybe he could be a random whisper or something, but he's so ridiculously oversized, right? Because Batista's freaking huge, right? He's a monster. So you can't really like put him into Walking Dead as a serious, like regular survivor or something, and him not be recognizable. He's too recognizable to just be a random character. So he's the lead of the movie, and it makes sense. It makes sense because the zombies are so crazy to deal with, and they're so deadly in this one. You would have to have like some ridiculously oversized, crazy, pro wrestler, heavyweight champion kind of guy to kill them, right? So it fits in. So he's great in this movie. But what stole the show for me, like I said, as a zombie fan, is Martin, played by Garrett Dillahunt. So if you guys have not seen Fear of the Walking Dead, he plays John in Fear of the Walking Dead, and he does an amazing job with that. I won't spoil anything, but he's had a great story arc recently, and it makes sense for this movie, what happened with him in Fear of the Walking Dead. I'll just say it that way. And he's in this movie, and he's fantastic in this movie. We're used to kind of seeing him play a good guy in Fear, like the best kind of guy you could probably be. Maybe even too good for a zombie apocalypse type of show or movie. And in this, I'll just say he's got a little bit of a different kind of role. It's so fun to see him in this role versus what we're used to seeing him in as Fear. He's the one who drops the line about goddamn zombie tiger. That's crossing the line. So that's some great stuff there. And so he's really fun to see in this one. He's really, really fun to see in this movie for fans of Fear, for fans of him that have seen him in Fear. You got to see him in this. It's just it's the highlight of the movie for me. Now, if you have never seen Walking Dead, if you've never seen Fear, then okay, fine, you won't really understand. But if you're a fan of his, you'll see how cool this is. You got to watch it. You got to watch this. If you like John and Fear, you got to watch this movie. You have to see it. A lot of things will make sense to you after, but he's awesome in this movie. There's even a line, easy peasy Japanesey by Bly Tanaka's character, who's basically like the boss guy who's putting together. He's the puppet master. He's the guy putting together the team to try to go into the danger zone, to try to go in and do this heist to steal the money, and then to leave by helicopter to get it on out of there. So he says easy peasy Japanesey, and then they correct him to easy peasy lemon squeezy, which is really funny. So again, it's pretty obvious that the people who made this movie are fans of zombie apocalypse stuff, and they know everything because it's pretty clear when you watch it through. There's all kinds of little Easter eggs and little fun stuff for people like that one. It's a Negan line, right? Or easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's a Negan line, and then to have actually Garrett Dillahunt, who plays Martin in this one, he actually read for Negan too, I believe. I think I read that too. He didn't get it, but it's very awesome either way. So all kinds of fun zombie stuff in there. It's kind of like maybe a modern version of kind of some of the George Romero. I think George Romero would be proud of this movie. I think he would like this movie because this is kind of similar to some of the stuff that he was doing with zombies, with his different zombie movies he had. Army of the Dead, this one, yeah. So it fits right in line. I'm sure. May he rest in peace, but I'm sure he would be. I'm sure he'd give this movie a pass. I'm sure he would like it if he watched it. So very fun. So we go through the beginning. We get the intro. Lots of awesome zombie killing. Lots of cool stuff. And then they basically, Batista's character gets approached to do this heist, to go into Las Vegas, to steal all this money, and then, well, it's going to be nuked. So basically the government has decided they're going to nuke Las Vegas because it's fallen to the zombies. So everywhere else is okay. So it's not a full-on zombie apocalypse. It's just Las Vegas has fallen, and they've kind of quarantined and sectioned it off. So they're going to nuke it. So the money's going to be nuked anyway. So basically the idea is that they go in before the nuke is released, get the money and get out of there. And so Batista, or Scott Ward, is putting together a team to go in. We also have his daughter, Kate Ward, in this one, who kind of, I want to go, Daddy, gets to go into. Now she's going in to kind of try to save somebody who was nearby, another lady that was nearby. But so she puts herself kind of in harm's way as well too, to go in. We have Omari Hardwick as Van der Ohe, who is got a good role in this one. Very important near the end. I won't spoil anything, but definitely at the end there, gonna some important stuff for him. Anna Della Ruggiera as Marina Cruz, and then some of the other characters. We got Bert Cummings. We've got Dieter, who's really funny. So Dieter is like your German locksmith character. So like German engineering, the stereotypes, right? So he's the guy who's going to go with him, and he's like this really nerdy guy, and he's going to go in and unlock the vault, and then kind of so they can get the money. It's like a super crazy vault in this casino that's like got however much money in it, millions and millions and millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. So he's got to unlock this crazy vault with booby traps and all this stuff when they get there. And the others are mostly, trying to get there, get the money, and then leave. And as you might expect, some of them make it, some of them don't. And then even after they get the money, some of them make it out and some don't. All right, so some of the others we have Lily, which is another, again, like kind of a cool name, right? Nora Arnez Zeter plays Lily, who's kind of a badass female. They go in there. She's kind of the one who knows the place. She knows how the alpha zombie kind of rules the place and what to do to have to give an offering so they can pass and all this kind of stuff. Very cool. Martin. So like I said, Martin does some really cool stuff in this one, and you even have as part of with the alpha zombie, you have kind of his select queen zombie, who, similar to Dawn of the Dead's remake, she ends up you have another pregnant zombie, so she gets pregnant, and some fun stuff happens with her that I won't spoil too much, but it's very cool. Maybe we could touch on more in the next live stream. But she's the Shrieker zombie who comes in and assesses the situation and then screams, and then the alpha zombie hears her and either sends in the cavalry. He's got like a horse and stuff, so he rides in on zombie horse and stuff, and sends in the zombie tiger or not. And so very good stuff with that. And then we have the rest of the cast and crew, which we won't get into too much, except for, what's the other one's name? We have a zombie YouTuber, which you guys know I loved. It was great. Right. It's Raul Castillo as Mikey Guzman. So his screen name is Guzman of the Dead. So he like films himself killing zombies, and then he uploads it, and then he's like, please subscribe or whatever. To see that in a movie, just that just cracks me up to no end. I can't even fathom how much that cracks me up. It's like he's like, we have a zombie YouTuber in this zombie apocalypse movie now. So it's Guzman of the Dead. It's fantastic. So without giving away too much of the movie, it's got a lot of action, it's got a lot of comedy, it's got a lot of fun stuff, and basically it's made for zombie apocalypse fans, is what I would say. Now, will they do a spin-off? I don't know. Maybe this movie stands on its own as a really good movie, really fun. If you like zombie stuff, don't miss this one. Definitely go watch it. Go see it. Or go to Netflix if you have it. Sign up for a trial if you don't. And watch it, man. It's worth it. It's a lot of fun. If you're a fan of Fear for Garrett, you got to watch it because this is an incredible role for him. If you're a fan of Walking Dead, you got to watch it. If you're a fan of George Romero's Dead movies, if you like zombies, you got to watch it. It's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. Or if you're a fan of WWE, if you're a Batista fan, then you got to watch it too. So it's a great movie. Zack Snyder killing it. They're killing this movie. You got to watch it. I'm going to give it an 8.7 out of 10. Lots of fun. Maybe we'll touch more on it in the next live stream. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. If you got a chance to see it, let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. It's kind of a classic, Greed. Is it worth it? Not everyone's going to make it, but there's all this money, right? It's going to be blown up anyway. Can you resist? And then, one of the seven, right? Is it? It is. And then they go for it, and well, it's what it is. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Watch it. It's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.